welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I've gotten on here and given you all an update. A lot has happened, so hopefully in this video I can catch you guys up to speed. You will hear my son in the background. He is in the living room watching a movie and he's playing, so he's really chatty. So I believe last we left off I was 38 weeks pregnant and I gave you that update. Alaric, well, I had a boy. It's a boy. His name is Alaric Bennett. I won't disclose my last name, but his first and middle name is Alaric Bennett. And he is almost 5 months. So he will be 5 months old on the 24th. Today is August 12th. So to kind of catch you up to speed, at his 4-month appointment, he was 26.5 inches long and 16.5 pounds. So he is a very, very big boy. He likes his food. So he is starting to throw a fit. 1 second. I had to get him settled. So as I was saying, I believe I left off saying I was 36 weeks pregnant, and I ended up going into labor at 38 weeks pregnant in 6 days. So sorry, I don't think I said 36 weeks, 38 weeks. So 38 weeks and 6 days. Yeah, so it was spontaneous. I had been taken off of work a week prior to when I went into labor. So I was off work on the 18th of March, and I had him on March 24th. So really crazy. I started having really bad contractions the night before, and I was wanting to go into the hospital to get checked out, and we had been to the hospital I think a week before that because I was having preterm labor. And we just decided that I would wait, and let me turn this. Well, sorry. Oh gosh, golly gee. Well, son of a... I need a better place to put this. Be cutting that out. That's annoying. We decided to go ahead and wait and make sure that the frequency of my contractions were timeable and feasible for going into the hospital. So I didn't want to be sent home, and I wanted for sure to be in labor. There we go. Sorry, I'm using my iPad to film. That's another thing. The reason why I haven't been posting is because my phone is messed up, and usually I record from my phone. Sorry, I'm intermittently having to reach over and help my son eat. This is kind of going to be all over the place, so I apologize in advance, but it's just been so long that I don't know where to start. So I'm trying to give you the breakdown of my labor and then, you know, kind of catch you up to speed of where we are now. So I went into spontaneous labor. My water broke at 2:12 in the morning on the 24th of March. And then it was such a crazy experience. A lot of it I have a lot of PTSD from. Yeah. Mainly because it was so unexpected. Sorry about that. I had to go and get him, and might as well introduce you to him. So this is Alaric. Say hi. Yeah. It's just about nap time, so I'm going to have to stop this video in just a little bit so I can get him off to bed, but I wanted to go ahead and catch you guys up to speed like I had said. We left off at 38 weeks pregnant. Yes. Yeah. He already has 2 teeth on the bottom. See, I got little teethers. Yeah. Yes. It's so crazy because my daughter didn't get her first teeth until she was almost 10 months old. And she only had 1 tooth on the bottom. So it's just crazy how much different. They truly are correct when they say that every kid is different. Things don't happen the same. Yes. Yes, I'm a very fast learner. A lot of things he's been able to do so much faster than Tamsin, my daughter. So for those of you that are new, welcome. My name is Jen. This is my 4-month-old, almost 5-month-old son. We conceived him via a frozen embryo transfer. He is our last frozen embryo and our last baby. Our daughter we conceived via IVF, a fresh transfer, a 3-day fresh transfer, and he was one of the frozen embryos from that IVF cycle. So, excuse you, my dogs. Excuse you. Thank you. Hopefully I can get through this video and not so many clips, so I apologize in advance if this video is kind of, God bless you, all over the place, but it is what it is when you have 2 kids, and I'm trying to get this information out to you guys the best way that I can. I apologize it's been so long since you guys have heard from me. A lot has been going on, and hopefully I can, excuse me, my allergies are crazy today. Hi. Hopefully I can catch you guys up to speed and let you guys know what's been going on. So we'll start from my delivery experience. So I ended up going into spontaneous labor at 2:12 in the morning on the 24th of March, and my water broke. My husband and I had been timing my contractions for a couple of days leading up to that point, but nothing was consistent. And what's so crazy about the spontaneous aspect of the labor experience I went through with him, my contractions were not really timeable. They weren't really close together like they say they should be, which is called like the 411. So you have contractions coming hi every 4 minutes, a minute apart for an hour, is generally the guideline to being in what they consider active labor. That wasn't true for me. It's been my experience that once I'm in active labor, things go pretty fast, and that is definitely true for this birthing experience too. I didn't have to be induced, obviously, with him. I was induced with my daughter, and as soon as induction took place, labor moved really quickly. So from the time that I was on Pitocin with my daughter until I delivered, it was less than 6 hours, less than 12 hours. With him, from the time that active labor was timeable to the time that I delivered him, was less than 6 hours. So it was really crazy how quickly things moved. As soon as my water broke at 2:12, we were off and running, off to the races to get to the hospital. I live an hour away from my delivering hospital. And during, this whole ordeal with COVID, it was just a completely different experience than what I had expected. Maybe some of you watching have gone through that experience, and maybe you're getting ready to go through it. It's definitely something that I'll definitely never forget, on top of just having a birthing experience in general. Hi. Yeah. Delivering during a pandemic is just something in and of itself. So I don't think I'm really going to touch base too much on the pandemic, but as it relates to my delivery, I'll try to cover as best as I can from what I can remember. Because of the pandemic, a lot of it I don't remember. I have some PTSD that I incurred from it. And again, like I said, I'll try my best to get those feelings and the background out the best that I can. But upon arriving at the hospital, They checked my temperature and my husband's, and made sure I didn't have any COVID-related symptoms. As many of you all are aware, I don't think I need to go into detail what those symptoms are or can be. But obviously everything checked out. I didn't have anything related to COVID, and neither did my husband. So originally I wanted my mom to be there, but in March was when this whole COVID kind of exploded into our what we consider new normal. So we did not have to wear a mask while we were in the hospital, but it can only be he and I. I could not have my mom there. I couldn't have any visitors. We couldn't have even my daughter come to the hospital. So everything was very strict, as it should be, with everything that's going on. But yeah, so when we got there, we checked in at the front desk, and I had to be admitted. So I was checked in triage, and I mean, obviously my water was broken, and they used a little test strip to make sure it turns from, I think it's yellow to green or blue, and it turned right away. I mean, I was, sorry TMI, literally gushing water at this point. Yeah, so they went ahead and admitted me and wheeled me into a labor and delivery room, and started laboring. Because of the pandemic, you could not go in and out of the hospital freely. So once you were there, you were there. But thankfully, they allowed for my husband to go out to our vehicle and get our belongings and bring them up to the delivery room. And at that time, I had progressed so quickly. I'd gone from 2 centimeters to 7 centimeters within a matter of 30 minutes to 45 minutes that we were there. So as I said, things were moving really, really quickly. And let's see, by the time we got there, it was a little after 3, maybe 3:30. I had to get everything squared away and wait for my mother-in-law to get there. She was staying with my daughter, so she wouldn't obviously be alone. So we had to wait until, or maybe it was almost 4 by the time we got to the hospital. Anyways, but so we got there, and my husband went and got our belongings and brought it back up to labor and delivery, and then I'm just trying to remember everything. My brain is crazy right now. I still have a lot of postpartum issues going on, so again, I'll get to that. Yeah, I'll get to that in as quickly as I can. But yeah, so like I said, everything moved really quickly. While my husband was out getting our belongings, I actually had gotten to the point where I could no longer breathe through contractions, so I asked for an epidural. And at that time, the anesthesiologist came into the room, and when my husband was bringing our belongings up, our door was shut. So once the anesthesiologist gets into your room, at least at my hospital, your room now becomes a sanitary area. Everything has to be completely closed off to anybody else coming in and out of the room, to make sure that there isn't, risk to exposure. And even though my husband was just in there, he couldn't be in there while the anesthesiologist was setting up his station. So everything needed to be completely closed off. So I got an epidural without my husband in the room. Again, that was a different experience, but I was able to get through it, and I was really relieved, and I started to get relief from the pain right away. And then again, things progressed really quickly. I didn't get any time to sleep. No time at all. And that was around, I think the anesthesiologist finished up around, everything was prepped and placed, I don't know, I'd say around like 5:30, 6 o'clock. And at that time, I had progressed to, I believe, an 8 or a solid 9 centimeters. and he was born at 7:39 a.m. So, like I said, less than 6 hours he was here. It was incredible. I had a vaginal delivery, absolutely no tearing, no stitches. I was just floored. He weighed 7 pounds 4 ounces. He was smaller than my daughter. My daughter was 7 pounds 9 ounces, so he was my little chunk. He's super chunky now. Say, I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. He's absolutely beautiful. The delivery was just amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better delivery, better, doctor, better set of nurses. There wasn't any meconium passed this time, so, and I kind of expected that, only because I think, even though I had gestational diabetes, generally babies that cook longer than their due date, you're likely to see meconium, and that's just being advised per my OB, and that's just what I was told when I delivered my daughter, and maybe I could possibly expect it because I had gestational diabetes again, but the likelihood of that happening was less this time since he came, for one, on his own and before his due date. Let's see, so once he was here, or let me backtrack. So when he was born, he had to have some help with oxygen because he was born blue. That's where my PTSD comes from. So, oh goodness, we'll spit up. 1 moment. Oh goodness. I never experienced that. When I had Tamsin, her umbilical cord was really short, so I didn't get to hold her in there. I didn't see a whole lot that went on, and her birth was, again, completely different than Alaric's. Yeah, tell them. But yeah, so we had to have a little bit of assistance, and they were able to get him to cry and utilize his lungs. So that was something that really bothered me, but obviously now I've been able to move past that, and he's obviously growing and thriving and doing really, really well. He was born with a deformity. It's called infant camptodactyly. So what that means is essentially there's portions of it's in his fingers. It's in his right hand. So if you can see, I don't know if he'll let me, but when he was born, we weren't able to, he wouldn't open his fingers. So they stay in a fist, whereas these ones, they open freely, and these ones I have to force them open, and sometimes he doesn't want to open and use them. He's in physical therapy for that. We go at least every 6 weeks, sometimes sooner. We do what's called splinting and stretching. So in that time, he wears a splint. Yeah. And at bedtime. And then every diaper change, we do what's called stretching. So I'll open his fingers up, and it doesn't hurt him. Just so I reassure some people. We saw an orthopedic surgeon, and she reassured me that doing the stretching doesn't hurt him in any way, shape, or form. If anything, it's helping him, and he doesn't complain or anything. He's, generally a pretty chilled, happy baby. So we're very thankful for him and look forward to making all kinds of memories with him. So, again, I just wanted to, say thank you for being so patient, and I'm so happy to have all of you along this journey. And like I said, I don't really know what's going to take place with this channel. Obviously, I'll do life updates, but I'd like to get back to being in the groove of doing my DIYs. I really like them, and I think I'm going to start incorporating some cleaning videos, because that seems to be something that I really enjoy. I love watching them, and I love learning new ways to clean my home. I'm definitely someone that suffers from, well, not suffers. I'm part of the OCD cleaning train, so I'm someone that uses cleaning as a stress reliever, and I think it will be something that's helpful during my postpartum journey. I do suffer from postpartum anxiety and depression, mostly anxiety, and I have found that cleaning and separating myself from those emotions or feelings really help bring me back to reality and keep me more grounded. So I guess another thing that I've started, I actually started this right after I had him. Shout out to Tiffani Beaston from Beauty and the Beastons. I love her channel. She is such a huge inspiration to me, and I really look up to her, and I appreciate her and the type of mother that she is. She is pregnant with baby number 4, which I could not imagine. She's super mom with 3, and I'm sure she's going to kill it with baby number 4 too. But that being said, I am part of her team for Young Living and the oils, and just the company in and of itself is really life-changing and is saving me and my family. I use oils on a daily basis, and I love all of the non-toxic products that they have. There's such a variety of things that you can use and to benefit your body and your home and obviously your children and just life in general. And I couldn't be more appreciative of that company and being able to find it on her channel. So definitely go check her out. Again, shout out. We're in no way affiliated other than through Young Living and me being a subscriber on her channel. So again, thank you for everything that you do and continue to inspire. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and leave this video as is, and thank you again for those that are still subscribed and giving me the time that I needed, and I'll do my best to stay on track and keep you guys updated and make more videos. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and leave this video here, and thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to filling your lives with more of Alaric and Tamsin and our family. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. We would love to have you join our little family, and thanks for watching. Bye.